You ready to go?
That's an exaggeration. There's no way.
Those were actually kind of scary.
Oh, yeah. Scary as shit. You know, in Halloween Town?
How
That's
many,
kind of embarrassing. Oh, look at the Irish.
What do you expect from your friend?
How many people made fucking porn videos?
I was just so happy my dreams finally came true.
There's no way.
You ready to go? Alrighty. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to This Is For Our Friends. We never say the title of the podcast.
Oh, we don't?
We never do. We always just say like, hey, how are you?
Yeah, I never noticed that.
Run right into it, which is fine. What do we mean to say it? People know what it's called. They click on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're on episode 10. Double digits.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Just me and Smear today.
Very calming.
The two hosts. Yeah, it's nice every time we have a guest on just for it to be us two to debrief.
Yeah.
To calm down just a little bit. Because it's a lot when there's three of us and just like
It really is.
going. It's fun though. I got a lot of good feedback from the last episode. Kudos to Josie for coming on and coming on like last minute too. She just jumped in there and she killed it. She killed it. She
was ready.
I had two therapists texting us about how much they liked the episode.
Yeah.
We had Mikhail texting us and then Tonka as well. So that was really nice.
Yeah.
Because we did talk about some deep stuff and it can be intimidating to talk about that stuff when we don't know a ton.
And we're going off the top. It's not like we came in knowing what we're going to discuss where I can brush up on like my thoughts or anything like that or any of us really. You know, we just kind of went in.
I know, because every time we do have an episode, you say how Bona, she'll call you and be like talking about it. Mm-hmm. Same with me and Beta. And Beta's like, I would have thought you would have said this. I would have thought you would have said this.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. After the fact, I always do think.
I thought of maybe 20 things that I wish I said.
Yeah, I wish I would have said this. I wish I would. It's just like when you're having an argument with somebody and you're like, fuck. Yeah. You're in the shower like 3 hours later. You're like, I should have said that.
Yeah,
instead,
oh man, all day yesterday.
Yeah.
All day yesterday. I was thinking, I was like, why didn't I say that? You know, or whatever, but shit happens.
Yeah, and I think that this episode was one of the ones that we were most insecure about putting out. We were both kind of
definitely
nervous about it, but we did have that conversation yesterday about how we need to just be ourselves and be okay with not saying the right things all the time. Yeah. And I was thinking, like, I had a lot of, like, Kara loved this episode. I had
a lot of people
Noella loved this. Yeah. Like, so many people really, really enjoyed this episode.
That made me happy, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes episodes are for some people, and sometimes they're not. They're not always going to be for everybody.
For everybody, true.
Yeah. So that's just a little
what I said, like sometimes I worry about like how it's going to come off.
Right.
But at the end of the day, my friends know who I am. My family knows who I am. So it doesn't really matter because they know even if it comes off the wrong way, they know what I mean. Yeah. Even if I explained it bad.
Yeah, because Beta was like, I don't know if you guys were understanding what Samir was saying. And I'm like, no, we ended in the end. We did.
She was defending me a little bit?
Yeah, she was. She actually was saying, she was actually saying, I had it in my notes, not to defend you, but want you to know that like I commend you for how you actually handled yourself all episode, because it's hard to be the like two girls against one guy or like one girl against two guys. Like that's a hard situation to be in, especially the topics that we were talking about. Yeah. I felt like you held your composure really well and you were saying your arguments and you weren't even arguing. You're just such a devil's advocate type of person that you want to try and understand.
Seeing all sides.
Yeah.
So because you two were on kind of one side, or maybe more you, I don't know if Josie was really, she was more like kind of listening, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
Just like to get the other side's understanding more. Yeah. So then it's like I'm defending that side or arguing for that side because there's no one there to argue for them. Regardless of what I believe. You know what I mean? So
I mean, and if we did just have it where you're like, yeah, I agree. What would the podcast be? Like
then
we wouldn't even be having anything to talk. Like it'd be the end of the podcast.
But I did believe in what I was saying too. Yeah. For the some things, and some things I was just defending the other. Yeah.
Like looking at the perspectives. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Yesterday I was reaching out to people that I know were watching it. And then I'd reach out to them early, like, what'd you think of the episode? What'd you think of the episode? And they're like, oh, I didn't get to it yet. I hit them up like first thing in the morning, like 8 a.m. I'm like, did you guys listen to it yet or whatever? And then they're like, no, not yet. But I was just so curious what they thought of it, you know? And then everybody loved it. Creased, he loved it.
Oh, cool.
But he said, I could see you were getting a little aggravated. He's like, it was like you were kind of against them. I was like, it was a little like that, but we like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because it was like a hard episode to even put out. And I think what was happening is you were nervous a little bit And then I know Josie, like it's hard to be a guest too because they don't do this all the time. So they just come on and they have to just be comfortable with speaking. So then Josie was just a little nervous. And then I was like, oh, fuck, should I be nervous? So then I got nervous. But it all worked out in the end. And we're just trying to be as like authentic as we can be. Yeah. Okay, going into our fact check. We don't have too many, but I like these ones. I just want to clarify something. Andre does not have a Facebook account. If you're looking for him on Facebook, you won't find him. He hasn't been on Facebook since 2008, apparently. But we said it like in 2 podcasts.
I know.
So it's so funny that
he would. You would think he would.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I have a Facebook.
Yeah.
I don't go on it, but I have one. So it's funny. I use that to make fun of him, and I have one. And he doesn't have one. I don't know.
But 2008.
That's an exaggeration. There's no way.
He's lying. We'll fact check him again.
Yeah.
This is the trilogy of Andre's Facebook account. So he's not on Facebook. Just Dennis by himself and my mom.
Dennis, yeah. That's his playground.
Yeah, right. Outside with wet hair, can you get sick from it? So Josie sent us this fact check. Thank you, Josie, from Dr. Mike, and it's false. You cannot get sick from going outside.
Dr. Mike, what a reliable source.
No, I know. As I was like, is it reliable? So if you go outside with wet hair, it's bad for your hair because it causes it to brittle and become weaker. However, colds are caused by viruses. So that's not true. But the winter is cold and dry, which that affects your respiratory system, and viruses are better in low temperatures and dry atmospheres. Okay, so then we were talking about how we overcorrect in commercials with interracial families, and it doesn't even make sense because there's like a black person, an Asian, and then a white kid. It doesn't really make sense. But so from there, I just kind of wanted to see what interracial / interethnic couples look like in the U.S. right now. And in 2016, 10.4% of married couples were interracial or interethnic couples, and the largest are non-Hispanic whites and Hispanics. What does Kumar mean? So you were talking about Chris being your Kumar and your best friend when we were discussing like close friends.
Yeah.
So Kumar technically kind of means best man, but do you want to expand on it?
Yeah, it's best man in the simplest sense, but like Kumar, it means more for like Albanians. Like you pretty much become family.
Oh, okay.
You pretty much become family. So my kids, God willing, and Chris' kids, God willing, they can't marry each other. And we're not related to each other whatsoever.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, we're like on the furthest ends of like the Albanian spectrum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's Kosovar. We're from Malci, He's from Kosovo. Yeah. And I'm from, Montenegro. My family's from Montenegro, for the non-Albanians. So yeah, like our kids can't marry each other.
Wow.
That's kind of how it is, yeah.
I didn't
now,
know that.
Can they? Like if they run into each other 30 years from now when they fall in love, okay, they're not blood related. Yeah. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like,
that's how it's supposed to be.
Now we're family.
Wow. Yeah. Wow, I did not know that Kumar went that deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that for Catholics, your Kumar is your best man, but he's also supposed to be your children's godfather as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything with Muslim Albanians about the same or not.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll look into it when that is true. Yeah. When it comes to Kumars, for the Catholics.
Yeah.
Like if we were to baptize our kids, then he would be the one baptizing our kids.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Moving on. Self-care. So Tonka, who is the podcast therapist, official podcast therapist.
Yeah.
She sent us a voice memo talking about self-care, and she basically said, in terms of pop culture, self-care is what we were saying, putting on a movie, having a glass of wine, yada, yada, yada. But it does go deeper. So you kind of were correct. You're like, I don't consider that self-care. I'm like, it is self-care. It is self-care.
Shit, I didn't even realize that because she told me the same thing. So, but.
Yeah. So she did say it goes deeper. Sometimes self-care is doing legit stuff that's good for your body, good for your mental health. So whether that be going on a walk and exercising, eating a healthy meal, cooking at home rather than getting fast food, reading a book, practicing mindfulness, stuff like that. And there's pillars almost. So there's physical self-care, which is the things that I just said, mental self-care, which is practicing mindfulness, taking a break. But on here it says like playing video games, listening to music, reading a book. So kind of whatever.
Those are like the basics. Those are kind of
your so like daily stuff. Your mental escapes, your mental calm downs, kind of, I feel like. Yeah. And then there's spiritual and social self-care examples as well. So praying, calling or texting a friend, connecting with nature, meditating, or engaging in self-reflection. So yeah, self-care was deeper than I even thought. But at the same time,
there's like a spectrum
of it. And Beta was like, I was surprised that you guys didn't say, and she said some of those things. She's like, I'm surprised you didn't say like exercising. I'm surprised you didn't say cooking and eating a healthy meal, whatever. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's just like when you're in the moment, you say what you say. Gotcha. You say, yeah. Okay. And then on the episode, Josie said she had some movies that basically met her criteria. I asked her what they were, but she couldn't.
I didn't actually read the whole list, so I'm curious.
Yeah. So she sent us, her list that met her criteria.
I saw 40 Days and 40 Nights on there. Was that on there?
Yeah.
So I just laughed.
What's 40 Days and 40 Nights?
Isn't that... I thought of the Adam Sandler movie. Is it the Adam Sandler movie, 40 Days and 40 Nights, where the girl loses her memory? Or am I tripping?
Oh, you're thinking 50 First Dates.
Ah, yeah. So that's the movie. And I started laughing. I'm like, why is that on her list?
Yeah. Okay, 50 First Dates is freaking good, though.
It is really good.
Yeah.
It is really good. But to me, to put it on a list.
Yeah. This is a rom-com, though, with Josh Hartnett.
Let me see what it looks like.
I've never seen it.
Oh, never seen it. Mm-hmm. No, definitely heard of it, but never even seen the cover or anything like that.
Yeah. Okay, so 40 Days and 40 Nights is one of them. Over the Moon, I don't know what that is. The Wedding Planner, that's a good one.
I like The Wedding Planner with Julia Roberts.
No, Jennifer.
Oh, shit. I'm thinking of, what's the wedding one? Not Pretty Woman, obviously.
My Best Friend's Wedding?
My Best Friend's Wedding,
okay.
Because my mom loved Julia Roberts
really?
back in the day. Oh, yeah.
The Wedding Planner is with Matthew McConaughey and J-Lo. You ever watch it?
Yeah, I've watched it.
Yeah. It's a good one. Avatar, Sinister 2, Insidious, Miracle in Cell Number 7, Forever My Girl, 40 Days and 40 Nights, Life as We Know It, Catch Me If You Can, The Conjuring movies, and My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
I love My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding is so funny. I put it on randomly the other day just in bed, and Beta was over as well. And I was just sitting there dying laughing. And it's because it's like such simple humor, and it is so like in line with Albanians as well. Yeah, like the boderness of it. It's so funny.
I like the vegetarian quote.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't eat meat. You don't eat meat? That's okay. I'm a glam.
Everyone gets silent. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have.
Eat no meat.
That was so good.
That's okay. I'm a glam.
That's okay. I'm a glam. It's so funny. Okay. That's all I have.
What was the other movie? There was another one she put really good on. Oh, I love Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can is a good one. He was so young in that movie. Yeah. I love that movie so much.
You ever watch What's Eating Gilbert
Grape? Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
What else?
Titanic. You know Nicolette's never watched Titanic from beginning to end.
You're lying.
Because I think because it's so long that she'll watch like an hour. Like she's watched all of it,
but not all.
I don't think she's ever watched it from like beginning to end.
Wow.
From one sitting, which I'm like, I put that on like every few years.
You love Titanic?
I love Titanic.
Really? My dad loves Titanic. That's one of my dad's favorite movies.
Really? Yeah. I could see your dad loving it.
My dad has really good taste in movies.
Yeah.
He's only like watched 5 in his life, but they're all fucking amazing. So Titanic is one of them. Dumb and Dumber is another one.
Classic.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding, kind of one of them. My Cousin Vinny is
we just watched that too.
I know, is literally his favorite, and it's one of mine
love
too. And then both of the Home Alones 1 and 2. He dies for those movies.
All classics.
Yeah. So he's got good taste in music or movies, but he doesn't watch that many.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, so that's it for the fact check. Thank you, Josie, for coming on and for such a great episode. So I did want to do a little check-in and then talk about things that are coming up this month, because I feel like I have a busy month. I don't know about you. My month is really exciting.
I never know. I probably do.
Yeah.
But I just don't.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
Got all that.
Everything good? I mean, we talked about last episode and how we felt about last episode and all of our feelings, but
yeah. Well, happy birthday, Buona. My sister. It was her birthday
yesterday was his birthday, which is a week from
Sura's birthday. Next week is Sura's birthday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we're celebrating on Sunday, so that's what I got going on Sunday.
Oh yeah. Well, do you want to know what I'm doing this weekend?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm doing this weekend at all?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to Chicago tomorrow.
Okay, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, you mentioned it to me, yeah.
And I'm going to see Harry Styles, baby.
No way. Mm-hmm. Okay, what, in concert?
Mm-hmm. No, in theaters.
Well, I don't know. Is he doing like a meet and greet? I don't know. Did he hire you for something?
Oh my God, I fucking wish. Let's manifest
Where
that.
is he? What is it like? Soldier? Is he that big? Is it like Soldier Stadium or
It's United Center.
United Center?
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the Bulls play.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I mean, he's huge. He did 15 days at Madison Square Garden.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did. He had 15 days and all sold out.
No.
Yes. Harry
What
Styles
the
is
fuck?
really big. He's like the Elton John.
Watermelon Sugar High, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like the Elton John and like David Bowie of this generation.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like the crazy outfits, the crazy fun concerts. I cannot wait. All I see on my TikTok pages are his concerts and
Really?
him talking to
So
people.
you're excited as shit.
I'm so excited. I mean, we are literally in the nosebleeds. I'm gonna have to bring tissues just in case, you know. And they were really.
Who's going? Who are you going with?
It's me, Liz, Nata, and then Nicole Weaver, Liz's
No shit.
friend.
Yeah, I know. I met her once.
Yeah, it's gonna be so fun, and the group that we're going with, I'm really excited
Hell yeah.
for. And then
Like, you guys going for the weekend or one night?
yeah, so
Is
we're
it-
leaving on Friday. Friday night when we get there, we're going to Tao for dinner,
Okay, sweet.
and then we're gonna go to the club too.
yeah,
so
hell yeah,
And then Saturday we have the concert, and then we're coming home Sunday.
dope.
So
Okay, yeah,
it'll
cool.
just be like a quick fun weekend, yeah. And then the week after that, there's a bar crawl in Royal Oak that I'm gonna participate in. It's a Halloween bar crawl.
Sweet.
You guys should come and do it.
Yeah, we should. Who you doing it with?
I'm doing with Kara, Nata, and then some of my other friends who you guys don't really know.
Was it 2 weekends from now?
Mm-hmm.
Friday, Saturday?
Well, not this weekend. That's
The next
tomorrow,
weekend,
but the
yeah.
weekend after that.
Okay.
It's on Saturday.
It's on Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
I don't know
If you
we're
guys don't
doing
have anything
I
to
don't think we're
do.
doing shit.
Yeah. And then the weekend after that, we're going to freaking U of M game.
Yep.
All of
Hell
us.
yeah.
I'm so excited.
See?
I'm so
I
excited.
didn't even remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is a very busy month for me, but all very fun things
Yeah.
that are coming up. Okay. So I wanted to talk about something fun. Shout out to Dom. He sent us something a few days ago, a week ago, whatever it was. And he said for us to talk about things that when we were young, we thought meant you were rich. Like if people
Yeah.
had them, we thought they were rich because of it. What do you have any on the top of your mind?
Like when just people had pools in general.
Yes.
Thought they were rich. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, damn, they got money, you know?
I used to think that when you had a garage door opener with the number pads,
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I used to think that meant you were rich. Like I wanted one when I was younger.
Yeah.
So bad.
Me too.
So
That's
bad.
so fun. We still don't have one at my parents.
We
You just buy and
you just put it in there. Yeah.
You
Isn't
just
it-
connect it the same way you do a regular clicker.
Yeah. It's crazy. I literally thought that you had to be rich. When we finally got one at our new house over here, I was so excited. Even though I know
Yeah.
that doesn't have anything to do with social class or anything like that.
Yeah.
I was just so happy my dreams finally came true. I wanted that so bad. And when I was younger, I always wanted to be able to sit on my roof. Like
Yeah, like
on my
Matthew
window.
from Matthew, what the fuck? From like Boy Meets World. You know how they'd always sit on
Corey.
the roof? Corey.
Yeah.
And Matthew's his brother.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it's
Yeah.
Corey Matthews.
Oh, Corey Matthews.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Okay. What's his brother's name?
Eric.
Eric. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we talk about this on the podcast?
Them two?
Yeah.
Boys Meets World?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We might have talked about it at like a gathering, like a
Yeah.
social gathering.
Boys Meets World is a good ass show.
Amazing.
So good. Everything about it. It's really funny. Life lessons. Like it was like an after school type of show. You know how like after school specials?
Yeah.
But it was so much better.
How about in all the Disney movies, like they're all fucking rich as shit. Like all their houses are like super nice, and then like the parents will be like, "We don't have enough money like to send you to college,"
Yeah.
and like whatever. But it's like, bitch, look at your kitchen.
Your house is so
the
nice.
fuck? It's like badass.
Wait, do you remember? I don't know if the age gap is gonna divide us here, but do you remember that movie with the two twins who played basketball?
Of
The
course,
Disney movie.
I know when she does the
Oh yeah.
when she broke an ankle. It's called Double Teamed.
Yes.
Right? Double Teamed?
Yes.
Is it?
I think so.
They
Oh,
were volleyball players turned basketball players.
that movie. Oh my god, I liked it when I was growing up, but when I
I still like it.
when I think of it now,
But
it's
it's
so
cringe.
cringy.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god. I mean, most movies are after you grow up and rewatch them. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, any Disney Channel original movie I've watched.
Really?
Do they still make Disney Channel original movies?
Yes.
They do? Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe not
Not
those
new ones, yeah.
But like Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off.
Oh my God.
Brink.
Yeah.
Smart House.
Smart House. Smart House was like a scary
What's
movie.
the fish one? Where he turns into a fish and he's a swimmer. He turns mermaid. He turns into a merman.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. What's it? He like turns 13 and then it happens.
Yeah,
or
it might
something.
be going on 13, turning 13.
No, you're thinking 13 going on 30 probably. I don't remember exactly which one that is, but what's
all those I love.
The Luck of the Leprechaun?
The Luck of the Irish. It might be Luck of the Leprechaun.
Luck of the Irish?
Luck of the Irish is a saying, but that might not be what the
Let's just look
called.
it up really quick.
Love that movie. Oh, the Luck of the Irish, laddie. Yeah, I love that one. His hair turns all red and shit. And
yeah, Luck of the Irish, the basketball one.
Look at the Irish boy, yo. And then the evil guy.
So funny. No, but you know what's so funny about those movies? If you look back at them now and you're like, those were actually kind of scary.
Oh, yeah, they were a little freaky.
So many aspects of them that I should have been scared of when I was a little bit. Like even The Little Mermaid. Can't believe we're bringing her up again. But Ursula's terrifying.
Yeah, I never watched The Little Mermaid.
Really?
Yeah, but the princess movies I never really watched.
I mean, that makes sense.
You know?
That makes sense. But yeah, no, The Little Mermaid is scary. Ursula is terrifying. She's a big purple
octopus, right?
Octopus that's mean and just terrifying.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what she looks like.
And even
definitely
like
scary.
Hercules with Hades.
Oh yeah, scary as shit.
The devil.
Yeah, I love Hercules though.
Hercules is really good.
Yeah,
it's another
the devil,
good one.
but with blue hair.
Yeah.
There's another. Me and Nicolette were just talking about this the other day. You know, in Halloween Town, when the fucking guy, the lost and found guy. The lost and found guy in Halloween Town.
Is he in Halloween Town or
He's
like
in Halloween Town? In Halloween Town. Yeah, if something gets lost, it goes there. But there's never a match. He has like 1,000 pair of socks or whatever.
Yes.
1,000 pair of socks, but there's no match.
Yes.
You know? And that guy scared the living shit out of me. And I was like, something to this day freaks me out about him. I'm not like scared.
Yeah.
But something freaks to this day.
You're traumatized just a little bit.
Yeah, something about him. And then even more scary when he's like the boring gray and white guy. And then he's like, when Halloween Town becomes like gray and white, remember? And they loses
They're like black and white. Yeah, yeah.
You know, and they lose their Halloween spirit.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then he turns like gray and white and he's all like, very slow. That freaked me the fuck out.
How old were you when you watched those movies?
I don't know, like right when they came out.
Okay, let me look up when they came out.
And then you got the vampire one where my mom's dating a vampire. That one's the shit. Phantom of the Megaplex. That's the shit.
What's the one, Little Vampires? Have you watched that?
That one I don't remember.
Little Vampires used to scare the shit out of me. Like, I was so scared. I would, like, hide under my covers. It was with the kid from 1998 Halloween Town came out.
1998, yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe I watched it, like, we didn't get cable until, I think, I'll never forget when we got cable.
I was only one. Really? You remember when you got cable?
I remember when we got cable.
Wow.
So me and my sister, I must have been, in like third grade and my sister in fifth.
Uh-huh.
We're leaving school, we're walking home together. It's just down the street.
Yeah.
So when we get close enough to like see our driveway, which, whatever, like we're 10 houses down, we see a wild cable truck.
Oh my God.
And me and Bowen, I look at each other and we look at the driveway and we're like, is that in our driveway? Me and her start sprinting. And we're like, it's in our driveway. We're getting cable. Like we did. People would talk about like Even Stevens and Lizzie McGuire. And we couldn't watch it.
Oh my
and we were like jealous as fuck. Same thing. Like, damn, like our neighbors got fucking Disney Channel. Like,
wow.
they're rich, you know?
Yeah,
back to
that's
kind
something.
of what Don was saying. And we were fine. Like,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
parents, my dad always like worked his ass off, busted his ass his whole life. We could afford, I think it was just one of those things like we were just late.
It's like, okay,
to
like,
get,
yeah,
but
I
not
guess
even
I'll
that
have
late.
it.
We got in elementary school, but
Wow.
yeah, and then me and my sister just ran inside, sprinted, and watched the guy install it.
Oh my gosh.
Waited for him to finish, and then the second he finished, we just straight to Disney Channel, and then we're like, can't go to sleep watching Cartoon Network and shit. And Cartoon Network was scary back then too.
Cartoon Network
after like midnight.
I used to think Cartoon Network was for like kids who were kind of
bad.
Yeah. Like,
dude, you're right. I get what you're saying.
Like something about it, not bad, but like edgy.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Scary as shit.
Is a horror TV show.
What the fuck, dude?
It is horrifying.
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog is funny.
I like that one.
Yeah, Cat Dog
but
is funny.
still, I get what you're saying. Like, you had to be a different kind of.
There's like an edginess to it.
Kid. There is an edginess to it for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Because Ed and Eddie was on that channel.
Ed and Eddie was the shit. Yeah.
My mom never let us watch it.
She because they were like bad boys.
Bad
like,
kids, yeah. Robert wanted to be them so bad.
Trying to make $1. Trying to make $0.25 always for Jawbreakers.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so funny. You know what movie I love so much when I was little, and to this day I will watch it? Richie Rich. Do you remember that with Macaulay Culkin?
It. Yep.
something, because I used to die for movies that that like had rich people and those, like a McDonald's in his house, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like in Spy Kids when they had the microwave where they would put French fries and they would
just come out of
pop
nowhere.
up, like stuff like that. I just was drawn to so much.
Dexter's Laboratory. Did you ever want Dexter's Laboratory?
I mean, I didn't really care about like, I liked like get out of my laboratory. Yeah, like I liked Dexter, but I didn't care so much about him. Like real people like Richie Rich who had those cool ass houses, toys,
Blank
everything.
Check.
No, it's Blank
You
Check.
never watched Blank Check?
No.
You gotta be kidding me.
I swear I've never.
I'll give you the intro.
Okay.
This kid, whatever, that age, that Richie Rich age, whatever, 12, 13-year-old kid, he gets run over by this like guy in a parking lot. He's like riding a skateboard or bike, I think it was. And not hurt or anything like that, but the guy's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, whatever. And he writes him a check. And it's called Blank Check, but I don't believe he left it blank. What I think he did was he wrote like $100, but then he found a way to he edited it.
Okay.
And then it said $1 million. So he went and figured out a way to go and cash it. Because who the fuck's gonna let a child cash $1 million check?
Right.
He goes to the bank on his tippy toes looking over the counter type shit and cashes a check and then goes and buys $1 million house and gets a car, gets a limo driver to drive him around town the whole time. And now I'm actually spoiling it for you.
It's okay.
But yeah, like falls in love with like a 30-year-old woman. And he's like 13.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
And then like she ends up like kissing him on the cheek, or whatever. But
yeah,
I don't know, dude. Yeah.
Any or movie or show that had like a kid by themselves doing something like an adult would be doing. That's why I feel like Home Alone 2 I like more, because he was in New York. He got to go in a limo. He got to get that big cheese pizza. He got to go to the big
Trump
toy.
Tower.
Yeah, Trump Tower. He got to go to the big toy store. Like all of those, I was so attracted to. I loved those type of movies.
Yeah, you know one thing about Trump? I understand why people don't like him, of course. You like him, you don't like him, whatever. That's not the point I'm trying to make. But like before he ran, like everybody loved him.
Yeah, I mean,
like people would rap about him.
Him and the Clintons were friends. The Clintons went to his wedding,
and he would vice versa and shit like that.
Yeah,
and then rappers would rap about him, and he would be in like Home Alone. And
I think the problematic part about him is that he wasn't a political figure. He wasn't a political figure, and he didn't represent just the Republican Party. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when he was trying to run and trying to become a president and
that's
succeeded.
When you dig. That's when you dig for shit.
That's when you dig for shit, but also that's when he had to side with the side. He had to decide, am I going to be a Democrat or am I going to be a Republican? He probably always was a Republican, but I'm saying he had to run as a Republican. So that right there is going to divide people.
It's going to divide half the people. Yeah, half the people are now going to not like him or have.
Exactly. So, I mean, I have my issues with Donald Trump, but I also know that he is a smart man. He's not a fucking idiot.
Yeah, of course.
And I think he did do some funny things, but I also think he did some problematic.
Hilarious.
I also think he did some problematic things.
For sure. You know what pisses me off about him? Because I like him.
Yeah.
Right? Or I sway on that side.
Yeah.
I lean towards Trump. Mm-hmm. But my thing with him is, why can't he... Why doesn't he just make statements like, hey, if you voted for me, if you didn't vote for me, we're all Americans. We're all citizens. Well, and those that are not, you're here. Like, let's all come together.
Yeah.
Whether you like me or not. But he never says anything like that. It's always like, and they do it to him.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it right for him to do it. Like,
because he is the president of the United States.
Yeah. And he could just like Obama was great at that.
Yeah.
For the most part. Mm-hmm. But then Trump kind of brought that side out of Obama, where even Obama started like talking more shit about like the Republicans. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I think it's because he knew that he was drawing a big group in by doing that.
Yeah, so then you need to fight fire with fire almost.
Yeah, and he knew that he was going to attract the very far right people. And if he were to say stuff like how you're saying, come together, I'm your president, whether you're Democrat or Republican, the far right would go against him. Like he knew he was playing a game. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, you're saying the far right would go. The far right wouldn't like that. He would say, yeah. But see, this is the thing. Like me, I was always.
But you're not far right.
But I'm not far right.
Yeah.
But I like Trump.
Yeah.
And like I feel like all of our friends that are conservative, Republican, whatever, like the ones that do like Trump, like I said, we don't have to like everything about a person.
No, of course
I'm
not.
just saying, like,
you shouldn't
in
either.
general, in a big bubble. we like him, right?
Yeah.
Majority of those people are on that. They're just on the right.
Yes.
They're not on the far right.
Yeah.
Like, fuck those people all the way on the extreme far right.
Extreme far, extreme left,
And
they're both annoying, yeah.
So, like, he doesn't need to do that. He won't lose the Republican Party
but that's
by being a little fucking...
But that's how he won his... Like, that's how he got to where he was.
Yeah, good point.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. He did win, and he did become president that way.
Yeah.
Right.
And, like, it sucks because he's not an idiot. He's good. He knows how to deal with people. You know, he could have done great things, and he did do great things. I'm not saying he was a terrible president. Usually when presidents leave the office, it's always neutral. They don't do enough to make it crazy good. They don't do enough to make it crazy bad. So whatever. But like you said, it was always so like his words were dividing and not.
That's the thing that pisses me off. Like,
and
say
something. Even at when he was sworn in as president, he didn't say anything about, I'm your president now. I'm here standing in front of you, willing to work for both sides. Mm-hmm. He said, literally in his statement, said something like, we won, we did it. Yeah. Like, not about...
let's come together type shit. Yeah,
you know?
See, so, and that's... I'm sure he has made statements like that where it is, like, when he does, like, a State of the Union address.
Yeah.
Or when it's more serious, you know? He will say things like that, but it's like... But then, the next day... He's coming off of his jet, and it's like he would throw all of that out the window. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
because
he would make those like positive statements.
Yeah.
But then the next like 40 days, not say any of that, and like it like throws all like the good that he could have done like out the window type shit. You know?
And it's also like
with his words. I'm saying.
Yeah,
with his words.
And like the review, like it's kind of like that review thing. You get one good review, or you get 10 good reviews, but one bad review can make it all go to shit.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean It is what it is. Yeah. I don't know how we even got... Oh, we got on it
because Home Alone, Trump Tower.
Yeah. I know. I mean, to each their own. Yeah. And if he does find his way back into the office, I hope it's better than it was the first time. Not saying politically, not saying economically, just for the people. Like, I don't think we're as divided as we think we are. Like a lot... like
we're not. That's just what... That's where the media thing comes in, where it's like they want...
You have to pick a side.
You would think everybody fucking hates each other.
Yeah.
But you don't get that. You don't get that feeling when you go out in the streets.
No.
You know? When you go out looking for it.
Yeah.
When you go out looking for it, or you go to like a Trump rally, then you feel like, fuck the other side. Or you go to like a Biden rally where it's really calm. And
you cannot tell me those Trump rallies aren't fucking crazy.
They are absolutely insane.
They're scary. They're scary to me.
They're fucking like 60,000, 40,000 people, 50.
Yeah. It's scary to me, honestly, because like you said, you shouldn't like somebody that much. Like, you should not, like, yeah, you want your president to be your president.
Very polarizing.
It's so polarizing. It's crazy. Yeah. It's like even those people that still are on 23 Mile and Van Dyke every Sunday.
People, come on now.
Every Sunday.
Go fucking find something fun to do. That's kind of embarrassing, you know, but hey, like... that's what they want to do. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that they don't have the right to do it. I'm not saying. I just think it's crazy.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I just think it's crazy.
Yeah, no one's saying they don't have the right.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, moving on from Donald J. Trump, we're gonna get into what we think it means to be rich when we were younger. One second. This is a good one. Candy bars at Halloween, the full size candy bars when you would go trick or treating.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my god.
If they had the king size candy bars, or even just a regular, you're saying, right?
Well,
if they just had a full instead of a mini.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a regular.
Yeah, then you're like, these motherfuckers.
If you got the king size, you hit the goddamn jackpot.
Yeah, no, not in my sub.
Oh my gosh, mini electric cars.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so not like we were poor or anything, but my best friend from across the street, Julia Gilniak, she was my best friend since we were like 3. So I would go to the end of the driveway and we would look at each other from across the street and be like, can you play? That's how we would communicate, you know? So then she had the best toys ever. I'm not kidding you. Like Zoo Tycoon. Do you remember that on the computer? Zoo Tycoon.
Oh, yeah. It's like,
you build your own zoo.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Zoo Tycoon and then
Roller Coaster
Tycoon.
Yeah.
I had that.
She had Sims. Like, I always wanted those games. I wanted them so bad.
I was spoiled.
But she had, like, Mousetrap, the board game. She had Polly Pockets, all the Barbies in the world. She had literally every toy you would ever want as a little girl. But I used to always just go over there and be like, she's like, can we go to your house? I'm like, girl, what do you want to go to my house for? I have 2 baby dolls. Like, that's it, you know?
Yeah.
Not that we had stuff. I'm not saying we didn't, but it's always more fun to play with other people's toys than your own.
That was Jonathan Bianchi for me. His sister was the one that I told the story about Buona in the books.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and he had a pool table. He had a pool. He had like all the video games in his basement. He had a basketball hoop. And he lived in my subdivision. It's just, he had like everything. So we'd always want to go over there. And he'd be like, why are we always coming to my house? And we're like, dude, like,
what are we going to do?
What else are we going to
do?
Or we'd go to the park and play football or basketball. Yeah. But we'd like, if it's a hot summer day, why not play basketball in your driveway and jump in the pool type shit, you know? So I love him. Shout out Jonathan. There's no way he's listening.
Right.
He works for like Tesla.
Oh, really?
In California, yeah, some shit.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think he became an engineer.
Somebody said having a 64 box of Crayola crayons at school with a real built-in sharpener.
Yeah, they got money.
Oh my gosh.
They got money.
Rich off the wazoo.
But Sims, oh my God, do you know how much I love that game? I would, same thing, like my parents like got it for me, my mom more so, but my dad worked for the money and then my mom would spoil us.
Bought it.
But you would get like Sims, and then there's like Sims Hot Date, Sims Vacation, Sims like Restaurant, and then Sims like for like dogs or whatever.
Okay.
Sims Pets. And they all linked.
Oh my gosh.
You know?
That's so
Some
cool.
wouldn't link, but you had to buy them all separately.
Yeah.
But you would have to, but like 5 of them would link in one, and then that's all I would do is just play Sims all night. And
we always would play. We would always
use
go
cheat codes where you get a shit ton of money so you could just afford everything you want. And
oh no, we played like good girls. We didn't cheat.
I get the cheat codes.
No, those games I feel like they're not ahead of their time, but imagine if they were created now with the technology we have now. You know what I'm saying?
So sick, yeah.
So sick. I mean, we have real virtual reality now that we can play with. It was funny because I saw a TikTok of these college kids at like a tailgate at a frat. The comment said, imagine them with green diamonds above their head. And it literally, I was like, oh my gosh, they look just like Sims if they actually had those. I loved Sims so much. Let's talk about Kanye West. Okay. Have you seen him on Instagram lately?
Yeah.
He's going off on another tangent. Whatever.
Yeah, me and Nicolette got into a debate last night about it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because she's obviously...
What was the debate? So what was like the preface of it?
Up? I think we were just laying right here, and I'm like, damn, Kanye's just posting like crazy, like every day, you know? Mm-hmm. And then she was just like, yeah, he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, he lost his mind. And of course, I'm like, yeah, he lost his mind, but... Yeah. So then I'm just sitting there defending him, you know, because I love Kanye.
Yeah.
Love Kanye, you know, and always did. Mm-hmm. I just try to do that where
you're advocating for him.
I'm advocating for him and like, hey, like this point of view, which then she says she was telling me things where you can't really argue against.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure, which me and you could just talk about right now.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Yeah. So if you don't know, Kanye West goes on the internet sometimes and just starts ranting about his family, about how he is being treated wrongly by the Kardashians, how the media treats him, yada yada yada. And recently he had his Easy fashion show and wore a t-shirt that said White Lives Matter.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I have a problem with it because we're not going to say white lives don't matter, but I do wish I could understand the reason why he did that.
Now I could tell you why.
Okay.
If Kanye West does an interview, I listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5 hours. The longer, the better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the thing for the White Lives Matter, and now I'm just giving you like from his point of view, which I understand.
Yeah.
Like, right? Because he's talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
He says White Lives Matter, right? His point. So he's trolling a little bit too when he does that.
Yeah.
So when he makes a comment like White Lives Matter, what was the comment he made? He's like, my simplest answer is because I wanna, or what?
I don't know.
Anyways, his reason behind the White Lives Matter is because BLM, right? Black Lives Matter. The phrase, there's nobody that can disagree with that.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just like White Lives Matter, right? You can't disagree with the statement.
Yeah.
Right? So Black Lives Matter, what he was saying is corrupt.
The organization.
Is corrupt, I didn't look into it like crazy, but the things that I did see was like the heads of like the BLM, they like bought like multiple mansions,
right?
Bought like expensive ass cars, like, Now,
which I can understand, but he's not gonna make an organization that's WLM.
No,
he's not. He's not fighting for anything.
His point is saying like, Black Lives Matter was a scam. They tricked y'all.
But okay, so I understand that maybe the organization, but the actual movement itself, it wasn't a trick. It wasn't out of nothing. It was because they felt oppressed. It's because there were things that were going on in the world that weren't okay. So yes, maybe the organization itself, but the words, you shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even really want to argue with the White Lives Matter thing with Kanye, because that I feel like is something that we're not going to really be able to get to like solid ground on, because you're right. There are things out there where they say the Black Lives Matter, not the movement, but the organization is not what we thought it was. But that doesn't take away from what the movement was trying to do. That doesn't take away from the other people who are walking in the streets or protesting or doing what they could do to make other, to lift them up.
Yeah. So, yeah, like you said, we're never going to like get to the bottom of it, or like even I don't understand exactly what he meant by that, but I know that's kind of the direction he's coming from, right? But like kind of like in Game of Thrones and in real life, like people fund both sides of the war.
Yeah.
People fund so that's kind of what it was like. Like, what was that thing I saw where, say if I make like a Go Samir t-shirt, where did I see this recently?
I don't know.
Nicolette showed me, I think. Say if I make t-shirts, say I was like super famous and whatever, and I was polarizing, right?
Yeah.
Like a Trump or whatever. And I was selling shirts, it was the Elvis movie.
Gotcha. Yep.
The Elvis movie.
Yeah, they sold propaganda that was like, fuck Elvis. Yeah.
And then he's like, what are you doing? Why are you selling shirts and mugs and
that say that?
Pins that say fuck Elvis? He's like, because people are buying that, we get money from both sides. And I remember I think I paused the movie and looked at Nicolette. I was like, that's fucking genius.
Yeah.
So it's like, go protest, do that. Like, you need to like have a voice and feel like you have a voice and express your thoughts and let it out, with these like protests and movements and this and that, so can never disagree with the movement.
Yeah.
But like, then you get like, it's almost like then don't give, because Black Lives Matter became an organization that just took advantage of everybody. Yeah. And then you kind of you're giving into like what you're fighting against. These people don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know, I don't really know what the problem is with the actual organization, but I still don't see how him wearing that White Lives Matter t-shirt.
Art, maybe.
Yeah, but like
quote unquote.
But if he's like fighting against it, how is that fighting against it? Do it another way. Create another organization. You're a fucking billionaire. Create another organization that's actually going to push that movement and other movements that you want to push. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's media is trolling though too. At the same time, kind of saying like, look, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but the thing about him is he wants to troll, and then when people try to troll him, he's gonna go on Instagram and go fucking off. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But he got that status.
It's not even status. He has actual
followers,
mental issues.
But, he definitely got something's wrong.
Sure. I mean, he's been diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
Something's up. Where he's lost a little control. But.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like the thought of him. He goes on the internet and will say stuff like trolling his ex-wife, who is the mother of his 4 children, who is he goes on there and says stuff like, oh, she's raising them 80% of the time, praising her, and then on the flip, like recently, he'll go on,
you're only giving them to me for 20% of the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And I said do you want me to read what I said to Gales?
Yeah.
Okay, so Khloe Kardashian commented on his post and said, "Yay, I love you. I don't want to do this on social media, but you keep bringing it here. You're the father to my nieces and nephews, and I'm trying to be respectful, but please stop tearing Kimberly down and using our family when you want to deflect. Again, with the birthday narrative, enough already. We all know the truth, and in my opinion, everyone's tired of it. You know exactly where your children are at all times, and you wanted separate birthdays. I have seen all the texts to prove it. And when you changed your mind and wanted to attend, you came. Like you have pointed out yourself, she is the one taking care of your kids 80% of the time. Please leave her and the family out of it so that the kids can be raised peacefully. I come from a place of love, and I'm happy to continue this conversation privately if you wish." You remember the birthday thing? So Kanye West apparently wasn't invited to one of his kids' birthday parties, and he had to get the address from Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know the actual situation. I'm not inside of it, but as an outsider,
it's just so public.
Yeah.
Too, because that shit happens.
Yeah.
you know, for us, middle America too, you know, and
right. All I said was, like, does he think his internet outbursts are going to do anything for him in regards to legal custody and or his future relationship with his children? You know, he's trying to get people to see what's really happening. What's that going to do? That's not going to do anything for you in the court. That's not going to do anything for you in regards to your future relationship with your children. This stuff is going to stay on the internet. This stuff is going to be everywhere. When they grow up, they're going to see what their dad was saying about their mom. They're going to see what their dad was saying, period.
Yeah.
How are they going to feel about that? You're trying to protect your kids. You're trying to do this. And I'm not a parent, so I don't know where he's coming from. Yeah. However, I do know that he decided to move to freaking Wyoming, left his kids and his wife in California.
He just dipped, yeah.
So what?
But like, yeah, so yeah, not defending Kanye.
No, I want to hear what you have to say. Yeah.
No, like, obviously, all that shit you said, like, yeah, he's fucking crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? But obviously a genius, though, at the same time.
Yeah.
Right?
Kanye's that one person. Yeah, he's that one person that I can separate the artist from the person. Yeah. I don't want to say nuts. I don't want to say crazy. Because he has an issue. Like, he has a problem that he needs to deal with. Like, people have these issues, but people go to therapy. People take their medication. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I don't want to push him down or anything like that. Yeah. Like, I know he's probably going through stuff, but I just hate the manner he's taking in. I'm sorry, I interrupted you. They
like, okay, so you brought up like how like the kids are gonna grow up and see like the way his father's acting. Boom. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be like, damn, my father's a piece of shit. Look what he's saying. Blah 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 blah. Right. Same thing. That's the problem with being celebrities in general. Because what can they say about their mom growing up? Yeah. You know, and it's like, granted, if it's just the porn videos or whatever, but then like even just, and I'm not saying nothing's wrong with it. I'm just saying like posing naked. Yeah. And she's not the only one. There's thousands of models that, you know, like nudity and blah, blah, blah. All good. Yeah. But like, they're going to be like, damn, my mom got fucking rich and famous from doing a porno shoot with Ray J. You know, like they're going to grow up and see that. And granted, that is, I would say Kanye's is worse. Yeah. I would say
for me, it's just because she's not doing this stuff and saying, my kids, my kids, my kids, my family, my kids, my kids, my family. She's doing this stuff and she did build an empire. So she started off in a sex tape with Ray J.
Took advantage of it. She took full advantage of that. But she's smart as fuck. Yeah. Like full props to her. Yeah.
Yeah, and also she just had like a killer year.
How many people made fucking porn videos? They're not Kim Kardashian.
Exactly.
There's thousands of girls.
Exactly. You know? Yeah, and she just had a killer year. She was on Saturday Night Live. She was on Vogue shoots.
Oh, she's a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I don't know. Yeah, it's just.
It is tricky. I mean, we are so far on the outside. We have no idea what's actually happening. Yeah. As far as like custody, as far as their relationship. As far as that legal shit. Yeah. Like I did see on the actual show, The Kardashians, that there was a point where Kim and him did not talk for 8 months. Damn. That's so long to not talk to somebody that's the father of your own kids, mother of your own kids, you know? But she had to take herself out of that because she was so deep into it. And a lot of the time now that after their divorce and everything on the show, she's been saying, I finally got to like know who I am again, because for so long I was trying to be everything that like he wanted me to be, like stuff like that. And she was saying stuff like, she was apologizing to her family, saying, I'm sorry that I let him treat you all the way he treated you during our marriage. So like there's just small things like clips like that, but she has never outwardly spoken poorly about him, and she gives him all the credit, says like he elevated her to the status that she is, fashion wise, he elevated to her where she is, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
no, she's super cool. Yeah.
I don't know, I mean, I do have real opinions. I do think that he needs to chill the fuck out. Yeah. But also, I mean, I'm so far.
It's entertaining for us.
It's entertaining. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It sucks for them, like the ones that are getting hurt by it.
Yeah.
But we all knew fucking, what's his name?
Pete?
Yeah, but what's his nickname?
Oh, Skeet.
Skeet. We all know Skeet and Kim wasn't going to last. We knew that.
Yeah, but
Did we not know that?
I loved them.
Yeah, I know you guys loved them, but right away, first thing I said, not going to last.
Yeah.
And Nicola, what do you mean? I'm like, it's not going to last. We know this. Yeah. Have your fun. Do your thing. You know, funny guy, obviously comedian, whatever, cool. But we all know.
It's not going to go far.
You know, when Kanye and Kim got married, or when they first started dating, how long ago was that?
They were married for 10 years. And then
No.
Yeah, they were married for 10 years.
There's no way.
Let me double check. Let me fact check it for you.
No.
Yeah, because
man.
I think so. Let me see.
10 years?
Let me fact check it.
2 years out of high school for me? Absolutely not. Come on. No, dude. 5 years max. If you're wrong, keep it in. Do not edit it out. Because it's like 5 years. It's not 10.
They were married for 7.
What?
But yeah, hold
You're
on.
still closer than that. Wow.
They were together for 10 years though. So they were
Together for 10, married for 7?
They started dating in 2011. Yeah, the couple began dating in 2011 and welcomed a daughter in 2013.
You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah. And then they got married after Kim had North.
Time flies.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So like they had a life together, you know?
Well, damn. So that's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long time. So, because I predicted when they started dating, I was like, oh, this is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kanye is like bigger than Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
Like his ego is bigger. He's like,
yeah, he's
now
got
you don't know more famous or not, but like
his status
50-50, say when it comes to that status, maybe 50-50, you know, because Kim Kardashian, like I said, she's obviously super huge.
Yeah.
But like his ego's bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And that I was like, this relationship is going to work because she's not dating a Chris Humphries.
Yeah.
She's not dating a fucking Ray J, like, who's like, yeah, he's an artist. He made a couple dope songs. But you get what I'm saying? Like, and I remember saying out loud to whoever at the time I was talking to, I thought it was more recent, like, because I could have swore, like, I said that to, like, our group.
Gotcha.
Where I'm like, oh, this is going to work.
Yeah.
But either way, it kind of, for a 10-year relationship,
yeah, I mean,
for celebrities like that, that's a good run.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's all I wanted. I want to talk about Kanye, and because I think he's such an interesting person to talk about, and I actually do love talking about celebrities.
Yeah, I would have a better opinion
if you knew more about it.
I just haven't had time
I don't really
to
know
like,
much.
look into it.
I don't really know much about it either. I know that he's beefing with like Gigi Hadid right now too.
He
and
just said something
Hailey
today, right, or some shit.
Yeah, Hailey Bieber, Gigi Hadid.
What's up with that?
I don't know, because he said something about an editor of Vogue or something. I have no clue. So I don't really want to speak on it because I don't know much about it. Yeah.
I like the Hadids though.
You do like the Hadids?
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about them. I just like them.
They're not my favorite, but
nice.
but I don't have an issue with them. I know that their mom is like pretty problematic in
with the peanuts and shit
in pop culture. Almonds,
like half an almond. What the fuck is up with that?
Just have a few almonds. The mom, Yolanda Hadid, was on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and on the show, there's videos of Gigi calling her saying, yeah, I'm so hungry, Mom. I'm so hungry, but I almost fainted. She's like, okay, honey, just have a few almonds. Like stuff like that. Or it was like her birthday and she was like, Mom, we have to have a piece of cake. It's my birthday. Like, we have to have a piece of cake. And Mom's like, no. Okay, we'll split a piece. We'll split half of a piece of cake or something like that. Like, just like stuff like that. Which maybe she's a good mom. I don't have anything really poorly to say about her, but that's what we see from a viewer's standpoint. Yeah. But Gigi and Bella, I don't have any issues with them. But Gigi Hadid's dating.
By Hailey, what do you think about Hailey and Justin Bieber?
Okay.
And Selena.
Okay, we can talk about this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am one of those people who really like Hailey and Justin together. I never liked Selena.
I prefer them.
Yeah. So I've always been a Selena Gomez fan. Always. My whole life. When she was the bad mean girl on Hannah Montana, you probably don't know this stuff, but when she first came onto the scene,
I remember I watched Hannah Montana. Like I would
catch it here and there.
That's when I like phased out.
Yeah. So Selena Gomez came onto the scene as a mean girl on Hannah Montana. Before
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yes. Yeah. And I loved her. I was obsessed with her, even as a mean girl. I don't remember
her on Hannah Montana. Did she come towards like the end seasons?
No. So she was a rival pop star.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. I want to watch like a clip. Maybe
okay.
I'm going to look up a clip.
We'll look something up. Yeah, so she was like a rival pop star, and I loved her then. So I'm a huge fan of Selena Gomez. Always have loved her. But her and Justin have always just been toxic and problematic and not good for each other. It's public knowledge.
I feel like
it's public knowledge.
I don't know anything about it, but just an assumption. Mm-hmm. I feel like she tried to like make him something that he wasn't.
Justin?
Yeah. Like kind of reel him in, like, you shouldn't do that, or like, don't do that, like, don't, like, kind of too much, like, too much of a grip, or try to get a grip on him.
Maybe, but I just know that he was he grew up in such a crazy way. His life was so crazy, and he was around drugs and around alcohol, and he was not in a good state for a while. So he just wasn't good for her, and she wasn't good for him, and she has her own mental health issues and depression and stuff like that. So they just weren't good for each other. And after they broke up the first time, he had a fling or dated Haley in like 2018, and I was obsessed with them. I loved them. And then they broke up. It didn't last, whatever. Ever since they broke up, I always said to Beta, I really hope they get back together, because I really hope they do, but I don't think they ever will. And then they fucking get married. I was so happy, you know? But obviously there was a issue with the timeline, you know, of how.
You're more happy for Justin Bieber and Haley or Robin Liz?
That's a hard one. Probably Robin Liz, because I have to say that. I'm joking. No, but I was really happy about it. But the timeline is messy, because he was talking to Selena again, and then 2 months later he was in a relationship with Haley, and then a month after that he was proposed, or he was engaged with him. Yeah.
He probably wanted to like make sure kind of type thing, maybe.
You know,
kind of like a little, let me go see if I'm making the right decision.
Yeah, maybe. So I don't know. So him and Selena, they rekindled after her kidney surgery. She was like in kidney failure, and she got her kidney surgery, and they reunited, rekindled, whatever. But even from the jump, they went to therapy because they wanted to talk about their past issues, and they just weren't.
Do we know for sure they dated, or did they just start hanging out again?
So that's the thing.
They might have needed closure. And they're like, let's take these next couple months for closure type shit.
I don't know if it's closure or not, but people said, like, I looked deep into it after Haley went on that Call Her Daddy episode. We don't know, really. We don't know for sure, but from what I looked up, they never officially started dating again.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it might have just been that, like.
Yeah, but regardless, when you have so much history with somebody and you get back into that, you don't have to say like, okay, we're dating again. It's just kind of organically going to be the way that it was.
Right.
You know, I'm sure they were acting like they were dating, and you know, they just weren't getting. I saw something that said they weren't getting along and they're not talking anymore. And then 2 months later, he
proposed.
He saw Haley on Jimmy Fallon. She was opening a beer bottle with her tooth, and he saw her doing it. Reached out to her after years of not talking, and then they started dating again.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah.
So he didn't propose 2 months. You said it was 2 months?
2 months later they got back together, and then like a month later he proposed.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, and then they were married in August or September. So yeah, it was a very quick paced thing, and I think that's what people have an issue with, is the quickness of it. Moving on from celebrities, I'm sure all of our guy friends are like, we don't care.
Yeah. They'll be all right.
All the girls are just yelling.
Come on, Dom, dude. Why'd you skip to this point? Go back and listen.
I like that. We start just talking to people directly on the podcast. Yeah. That would be so funny. Okay, so I thought it would be fun to talk about mottos that you live by. Do you have any, or is there anyone that comes to your mind?
I had a couple, but I lost them.
You had a good one. You said you had a good one.
Oh, yeah. But no, the good one was more of a funny one. Like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It's true, though.
Like, just all those, like, models where it's like, you could probably remember, like, be kind, do unto others as you would like done to you.
Oh, gotcha. My favorite one is, this too shall pass.
Yeah.
Because it can work for negative stuff. It can work for positive stuff. So if you're in a funk and you're in a negative space, this too shall pass. This will get better. This will leave you at some point. But this too shall pass when you're having the time of your life. Take the time to enjoy this, because it's going to leave you soon, you know? So I don't know. That's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, I love that one. By. Yeah.
Ooh, I like this one. It's not a motto.
Ooh, this is a good one.
It's not a motto, but it's a quote. It says, I've been so busy my whole life making sure that you like me that I don't know what I like. I just heard that on a podcast recently, and I wanted to write it down because I feel like that's so
prevalent to a lot of people.
So many people.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that prevalent to me, to be quite honest. But I think that's such a good quote to just, if you're ever not feeling like yourself, to remind you, like, who are you acting like that for, you know? Or is it, do you really like what you're doing? Type of thing.
Yeah, I don't think I'm like that either, but I'm sure there were moments, like more so moments or certain people that maybe you were like, you know, not fake or not real, but more like maybe acted a little different because of who they were.
Yeah.
Or, you know?
You know, I have a question for you. What are your thoughts on not. So like for friendship, what do you expect from your friends? Like what in a friend do you look for?
In a deeper sense, like you want them to be there for you when you need them, you know, and you hope you
can be the same.
You hope you could be the same, but also like I don't want to have to call my friends for things.
Gotcha.
You know, like, do you know how guilty I feel as Dre all the time, like for shit, you know, when it's small things around the house here or whatever, you know, I tell, hey, next time you come or whatever, like, please, like whatever, you know, and I'll make jokes like, because I feel bad to ask, you know, but like he also helped with the Coney and shit. Like I felt so guilty to ask him.
Yeah.
But like that's kind of what friends for, and he was there, and like Dre's gonna be there for you, you know. And I know he's not upset about it, you know. He might be, maybe one day he might be like, "Fuck, like I'm really tired today, damn it." Like, but I promise Samir, like, whatever, you know, like. But at the end of the day, he's not upset about doing it, you know, because he's a good friend, you know. And same thing, Dom, he helped with the floors, you know, and so did Dre and a couple other Rob and Leon, and like, you know, they're just there for you, because instead of me figuring out how to do it and doing it by myself or hiring a company to do it, I could call my friends to be there. Yeah. That's like the deeper part of like what a friend means. Yeah. To you, you know, like when you need them, you call them and they're there for you. Yeah. You know, and if they can't be there, they can't be there, you know, but, but that's obviously not how like a friendship starts. You don't start off by asking someone for something, you know, like I think just more, I guess just if you click and you maybe same sense of humor type, and if you just can tell like if they're just good people. Yeah. You know, I always say it's weird because say there's someone that like you might refer to as an acquaintance or like that's my peer. I'll always say that's my friend. Like, you know, even if I haven't talked to them in 10 years, I'll be like, oh, that's my friend. Or like Jonathan Bianchi, how I brought up my neighbor, that's my friend. Yeah. But like, and he might consider me a friend, but like I realized a long time ago, the people I call friends, I just say friends a lot. Yeah. You know, where some people are like, damn, like, that's not your friend. You haven't talked to them in 10 years. You talked to them maybe 10 times in your whole life. Yeah. That's not your friend, you know, but what would you call them? Yeah. Someone you know? Oh, someone I know. Or that's someone I know. Yeah. So the reason I asked that is because I was listening to a podcast and somebody was talking about how they can be what their friend needs them to be. And I didn't know if it, like their podcast host was just asking, like, is that problematic though? Like, are you being a chameleon, or is that the word? Chameleon? Yeah, chameleon, yeah. Are you being a chameleon for somebody and not being yourself organically because they expect you to do that for them, you know? Or you just being a people pleaser, that type of thing. But I think that for friendships, it's different because you're already connected at a different level without even trying really. And you'll be what you need to be for your friends. So if somebody calls me up and wants to vent, I can either be your listening ear or I can be the person that's going to give you advice, you know? Yes. So I don't think, I mean, I had the question, but I think I answered it myself. I think it's okay to be what you need to be for your friend differently and whatever. And I think you need to be that way sometimes. Yeah, and I think that like I grew up and I realized certain friends are there for you for different things. Like you have, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to cut you off. Yeah, like you have your friends for a reason. There's people there for you for different things. Like even like surface level things, I go straight to Nicolette when I watch a cheesy, corny TV show. I'm like, oh my God, did you watch this? You know, like you have those people that have the same, like, or just are there for you for different categories, you know? Sure. I'm not saying that that's all I use Nicolette for. No, like, I know. We have a deeper friendship than that, but I'm saying like surface level, those are the things. Yeah, surface level. Yeah. You got your golf buddies. Yeah. You got your basketball buddies. You got your like even like you said, that's just surface level stuff. Yeah. You know, and then but like even when you take it deeper, this is what I was gonna bring up. Say if I need like I've been talking to Crease every day. Every day I've been talking to Crease. You know, just because like he knows. Like I'll go to him like for advice or something, or like, and he's so funny, like so like he can kind of like lighten the mood type shit. He's your comedy relief. Yeah, you know, and if it's something more serious or it's something like it's like weighing heavy on me, then I go to Nicolette, you know, or you kind of go to your spouse for everything, you know. But at the same time, it's like you got your friends where if you want advice, you'll go to this person. Yeah. But if you want someone to just listen, you'll go to this person. If you want someone to set you straight, and give you the harsh truth, you go to this person.
Right.
You know, so that's like kind of a positive of having so many friends, like back to what Alan was asking. Like, and then sometimes there can be that one person that like, hey, today I just need you to listen to me. Mm-hmm. That same person. And then that person, you can go and ask advice.
Yeah.
That same person for advice. You can say, hey, am I fucking up? Is this the right way? Or what do you you know, and then they'll set you. So that's the one person being the chameleon. Or you can kind of
people are
go
there
to
for
your
certain
other
things.
friend for this, you know, and that's on a more deeper level, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well,
I don't even know what the main question was. What was the main?
Well, we started with mottos to live by.
Okay, but you asked a question that was off the charts.
Yeah, we were talking about like just friendship.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we still have some Instagram questions. Would you like to hit some of those?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we can
let me make sure I didn't miss anything too from like if anybody texts me anything.
Okay.
Well, Natalie wanted some questions. She had a couple questions, but we're saving it for Tonka.
Oh, okay, heard. Yeah. Have you ever heard of somebody saying "okay, heard" instead of "oh, okay, gotcha"?
Never.
No. So in the
I thought you just made a mistake.
No. So in the restaurant industry, hospitality, back of house, whenever they're given an order, we got this, and this, and this. Okay, heard. Heard. Mm-hmm. Table 3 is getting cleaned up. Heard.
Gotcha.
Just quick. And now I always use it
Yeah.
in like daily life, and people just stare at me. What are you fucking talking about?
That's good because sometimes you'll say something and you're like, did that motherfucker hear me or not?
Yeah, heard.
Because they didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And then you go like, hey, table 3 is being cleaned up. They're like, motherfucker, I know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll say something, goddamn.
Yeah, heard. Yeah.
I know behind, like when you're behind someone.
Oh, yeah,
with, like,
behind
a tray
you.
or some
Yep.
shit.
Okay, Beata said, what is something that you used to believe in but don't anymore, and what changed?
What's something I used to believe in but don't anymore? God damn it,
Santa
Beta
Claus.
said that? Beta asked that?
Yeah. That's a hard one.
Well, I was never that serious on this, but I always thought like I would never marry a non-Muslim.
Okay.
You know? Mm-hmm. Pretty much up until the point I met Nicolette.
Yeah?
Pretty much.
Wow.
Like, I was kind of getting away from it.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say up until I met Nicolette, but I had a conversation with this one guy before, and this conversation always stuck with me. Mm-hmm. It was we were at my cousin's wedding, but me and him for some reason were like talking for like 2 hours. Mm-hmm. He's like an older guy, really smart. Like he's a director, makes like movies and shit. Not like famous or anything, but like more like independent, whatever, like artsy type. We were like talking about religion or whatever, and I was never like religious like that, you know. But I always a Muslim.
Yeah, you practice
blah,
here and there.
pork,
Yeah.
Whatever, you know what I mean? And like the bigger days go, I would pray, you know, randomly, you know, the right way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The right way according to Islam.
Yeah.
You know, because now my way of praying is a little moment of silence to myself, have a conversation with God.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's good enough for me. You know, I don't need to get
That fulfills me too.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have to pray the Muslim way, you know? We were just talking, and he's like, all religions are the same, like, blah, 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 blah. And now we know we were old. I was younger at this time when we had this conversation. Maybe I was like 16, you know? And he was like, you know, religions are like, he's like, imagine like God's like the ocean, and then you got one beach and you call it Christianity, and then you got another beach, call it Islam. You got another beach, call it Judaism, whatever, down the line. It all leads to the same thing. They're all calling them specific beaches.
Yeah.
But it's all part of the one ocean or the one lake or whatever, you know. So that kind of opened my mind up a little bit. I remember that conversation. It was like a 2-hour conversation, though, and that kind of opened my mind up. And then from there,
the
rest of my life up until this point, I swear to God, that was like one of the conversations that made me question everything.
Wow.
You know, and maybe not that specific topic made me question everything, but that kind of like things along those lines is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's something that changed.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Growing up, I thought I would always marry a Muslim girl. Hey, my best friends were Catholic always.
Yeah.
You know, and never thought anything wrong.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just thought like it'd be easier, like marry a Muslim girl, whatever, you know. But yeah, then I came to the conclusion like that shit don't matter. Like, you got good morals, you're a good person, good heart. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I love the ocean analogy and God analogy. Yeah, I think that's as simple as it needs to be too. You know, like religion. I really do. I think and it can be that simple of like having good morals, being a good person, praying to God. Like it, I don't know. That's how I take it. whatever.
If you eat pork, are you going to hell? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that God. It does. It just,
I don't take God that. I don't think he's that.
I think he's a funny
serious.
guy.
I think he could be funny. Yeah,
I think he's funny.
He gets it.
He gets it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't he?
Yeah, I know.
He made us understand funny shit.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I actually, that's a relationship that I have with him that I like set for myself because I can't go through life without being able to joke about things.
Yeah. Do you ever like? That's funny. You made me think of that. Like, do you ever like talk to God and you're like, oh, you get what I mean? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, say if you word something, you're like, well, you know.
Well, you know what I'm saying
because you know what I'm saying.
You
like,
put me here, and these thoughts are basically your thoughts. Yeah. No, there's times where I'm like, ooh, sorry, God, like stuff like that. Like,
dude,
ooh, sorry.
I swear to God, same thing. Like,
but it makes it for me. That's when I feel most connected to my religion and like him in general because
when you do it your way, you're saying like
not even but when I make it so organic and like in my daily life rather than having to sit down and do the proper thing and open the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Like not that those are the wrong ways to do it because to each their own, but when he's in my life, just being there rather than me having to search for him or like I don't know if that makes sense.
I know it makes complete sense.
Yeah,
but like because that makes complete sense, 100%.
Yeah.
And then like you can like say if you pray 5 times a day as a Muslim.
Yeah.
It can be it could be like a chore, or it could be like it could still be organic too.
Yeah.
Like where you're like, and I'm not saying you. I'm just you could. It just comes down to the person because like you can be like, oh, that.
Yeah.
Time to go pray. Like,
yeah.
And like more like look forward to it like, oh, good. Or you'd be like, it's a chore, but you're still doing it.
Yeah.
Like, but what about the guy if he's praying 5 times a day, but got malice in his heart?
Yeah.
Or doesn't really mean what he's saying. But I'm over here in bed, or I don't want to use me as an example, whatever, we all have faults, whatever, but, or the person that's really good.
Yeah.
But not Muslim and is going in bed and praying this way. Yeah. Like what?
Yeah. I think that honestly, like,
what makes that person better than that person?
Yeah. Nothing. For my answer to that question would probably be religion as well. I used to think it was like this serious thing and you had to do this and this and this for you to be a good Catholic, but that's really changed for me because I think growing up you realize things aren't black and white. It's not, there's no, like, I don't know if there could really be a real book about life, like things are circumstantial, and that's how I take religion now. I'm easy with it. This one's fun. So Weaver asked me she said, yeah, I have a question. Why won't you go on Love is Blind? Because Love is Blind is coming.
Dude.
It's coming to Detroit.
No, it's not.
For casting.
She's talking about.
Yeah. She said, why don't you do it?
100%.
Dude.
Do it.
I don't know. I don't know if I could do it.
Dude, do it. Please.
Can you imagine me on a reality TV show?
100%.
Well, what kind of...
You'll hold yourself so well. You'll be good. Like you...
Wow, thank you.
Like how many people do we like on reality TV? Like how many people do we like love on Love Island and Love is Blind and The Bachelor or whatever? There's people we like.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're all fucking cringe or all... Like there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm really worried about being cringy. I think I'm worried that Love isn't blind.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I really am. I know that I don't know.
Then yeah, dude. Well,
I guess that's the experiment.
That's what they're trying to find out. Is love actually blind?
Yeah.
So then to you, it might not be, but I think it is to you.
I'm not a picky person. Like, not with food. I get along with most people. I think that it's very hard for me to like be vulnerable and like date people, and I'm very much like friend zoned type of girl.
Yeah.
Not friend zoning guys. I just like put myself in like a friend zone because I'd rather
you just become cool more so that you're not like a flirty type.
Yeah, I'm not.
Type thing, right? Yeah.
I don't know how to fucking do that. I don't think I'll be able to go on Love is Blind. I don't think that's the reality.
I think you should. I really, really think you should, and I would love it. And whether or not it works out, regardless, you should do it.
I think that maybe I wouldn't even be casted, but also I would have to.
I think you would.
I would also have to take time off of work. I wouldn't be able to see you guys.
How long?
I don't know, but time. I don't have that much PTO. I live in America. If this was Switzerland, a different story.
Damn.
I could do it, but.
Well, we'll look into it, huh?
Yeah, we'll look into it. Love is Blind is casting in Detroit, so go
sign up.
Sign up.
Or maybe don't sign up because then it'll.
Yeah, fuck with my chances.
Yeah, fuck with your I think you should, dude. I really, really think you should.
Oh my God. That would be.
Love that.
My dad
Maybe that's just me being like selfish, wanting you to go on.
So that we can watch and talk about it. Oh my God, it would do great things for our podcast.
Oh, dude, what? You would drop me like a fly. You'd be
No,
like,
I
I'm going to start
wouldn't.
my own.
Never.
Yeah, you would.
Oh my God, I would never. But
So
also,
what the hell do I need to submit
honestly,
for?
this is mean for me to say, but I don't know. I don't really like. I like Love Is Blind. Like I like the show. I've watched.
It's not my favorite.
I watch it, and like I don't really connect with the people on there either ever as much as I do.
It's too quick.
It's too quick.
Too,
I don't.
like,
Yeah, I'm just. It gives me Married at First Sight vibes, and same thing with them. I don't really connect with those people, and I like connecting with people on reality TV shows.
If it was Love Island, would you go on?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, oh my God, I would be great on Love Island as a contestant, but the stuff that they make them do on Love Island,
Yeah.
first of all, I would have to
You
get
feel awkward?
a trainer and go fucking hard as fuck because they just live in their bathing suits, and then also they like dance for the guys, and I would just break dance.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't.
Oh my, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if there was a show minus all that stuff, I would be so good.
The Bachelor.
I think I could be good on The Bachelor, actually.
I think you could, and that's not like they don't make you do like that freaky deaky stuff.
Not freaky deaky, but they're twisted. Those producers.
Oh yeah, true that. Fuck
you know,
that,
so they kind of like control your life, and I don't really vibe with that.
And even when you come out, type thing they do, right?
You're still like
you
contract.
have to like play a role type thing,
Yeah.
and not make sure.
Yeah. But
yeah, maybe not. I get what you're saying about Love Is Blind though, because what they do in that show, they don't show you enough. They don't show you enough of like the conversations being had. I feel so you don't connect with them as much.
yeah, and there's so many people.
So it's more so like boom, drop. Okay. Boom,
Yeah.
now they're getting married or now they're engaged, and then.
Yeah, it's kind of like even with I love Bachelor in Paradise, but the first few weeks because there's so many people and so many people getting to know each other, you don't get to really know about all of them deeply. And then when they finally get into the flow of things, then that's when you start really liking them because you get to hear more about the conversations and stuff. But yeah, maybe I'll be on reality TV sometime soon. We'll manifest it right now. But
yeah.
Or do you remember Greg Grippo?
No. Oh, Greg. I don't know his last name. Is it the Greg I'm thinking of? Curly hair. You girls all love him.
Curly hair. No, you're thinking of Brendan.
No, Greg.
Greg has flowy hair, not
okay.
curly.
Flowy hair. The one all you girls are obsessed with. Well, you mainly.
I am like sickeningly obsessed.
Oh, what happened to Brandon?
Brendan. He did some twisted shit on Bachelor in
Oh
Paradise.
yeah, is he still with that girl though?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so good for them, but like, don't come on the show.
Yeah.
Right, but I get it because money.
You guys loved him.
I was obsessed with him, just like I was obsessed with Greg. So Greg better not do me dirty. I swear. Yeah. Anyway, but Greg, if you're out there and listening for some twisted reason, hit me up. I'm manifesting that. I just manifest everything on this podcast.
Yeah.
Everything I want to come true. Oh God, instant questions. Okay, that was another one. I keep forgetting. I always forget what we talk about. We always go on tangents.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
If you could trade places with one person for a day, who would it be?
Albert Einstein. No, I'm kidding.
Kanye West.
For a day, that's a good one.
I would trade places with
Drake.
Really? That's a good one.
Because I was thinking like LeBron or like an athlete, but if it was just a day, I don't want to fucking spend half the day training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Drake, I'll just be like, nah, today not recording.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like LeBron don't skip a day.
Yeah.
He don't skip a leg day.
I would be one of the Kardashians' kids. Any of their kids. They'd live
like
that
Kendall?
life. No, the kids.
Oh, the kids.
The kids. They live that motherfucking life. I really am jealous of all of them. Okay, let's get into one of Mikkel's questions. He sent me some more yesterday. They're pretty good.
I'll be the judge of that. Yeah. If they're good or not.
What's been the most memorable year of your life and why?
The most memorable year?
Mm-hmm. I'll go. My most memorable year is 2019 because that was the year that I did all my vlogs.
Yeah.
And that I feel like that was also the year that we all got really fucking close.
I was going to say the same year.
Yeah, so close. And it was one of the best summers of my life. And I also went to Montenegro that summer.
Oh, really? And that was your first time going too, right? Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, so it was really fun.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say maybe most memorable, maybe 2010 or 2011.
What happened in those years? You graduated?
Same thing. I think first time I went to Montenegro.
Oh, okay.
I'm just stealing your answers.
It's okay.
And then grew maybe 5 inches.
Oh, okay.
No, but I did though. And then started working at the Coney. You know what I mean? Kind of. That's one of the most memorable years. But I was gonna say, I think that first year with Nicolette.
Well, was that 2019?
2019.
Oh, okay.
I think 2019, Nicolette. No, 2018. What year did we meet? We met 2018, but 2019 was constant,
solidified.
Fun.
Yeah,
it was constant.
Yeah,
fun. Everybody,
dude.
Free.
2019 was Ferndale New Year's Eve when I got my hair caught on fire.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was the beginning of that. You know what I did in 2019? I went to Arizona. I went to Florida. I went to Montenegro. I went to Chicago. I did so many things in 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was my New Year's resolution to just do things. Don't think of just do it. Go do it.
Yeah.
Stop sitting around and wanting and waiting to do things. Yeah. But yeah, 2019 is going, and then obviously 2020 was a memorable year, but not the best. Mm-hmm. But I did have a good summer that summer because I didn't work for the first time since I was 15. I didn't work
in the summer, and so you enjoyed the
in the summer.
That was a real summer.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Kara didn't do shit. I would babysat every Friday.
Oh yeah.
And I just lived my life.
Yeah, 2011 too. That first time I went to Montenegro. We went to France for a week prior because my cousin over there was getting married.
Oh, nice.
So that was a really good year. Same thing. I just don't remember years, and I'm not good with that. You know?
I'm pretty good with years. It's kind of seasons on TV shows. I'm so good at remembering what happens in seasons on TV shows.
Really? You can pinpoint that happened season 2?
Yeah,
I can't do
with
that.
certain shows.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, I could not do that, but with certain shows, this is a bad example, but One Tree Hill, to this day I still know the order of it has 9 seasons. I still know what happens in every single season.
What about every episode?
Every episode? Oh, no.
Can I tell you,
no.
What's the 5th or 6th episode? What happens?
Nah, not that
That's
deep.
too detailed.
That's too detailed, yeah. But, yeah, that's all I have. Do you have anything else you want to talk about? Did anyone else send you questions,
let me
reviews?
check. I don't think so. No questions. We are, though. What time is it?
It's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. We're going bowling.
Tonight?
We're going bowling tonight.
What time?
If you girls want to come, you guys can come.
I don't want to come.
You saw what?
I don't want to.
No? Good, because it's all guys. Me, Dom, Rob, Creased, Coney, I think, and then Johnny, Dushai.
Uh-huh. That's fun.
Watch the game. Watch the Thursday night football game. And bowl 5-star. Yeah, chill.
Lovely.
Drink some beers.
Happy for you. I have to go home, pack, do all that shit.
Some self-care. You know what I'm saying?
Self-care. Yes. We love self-care. Oh, my gosh. We're learning so much. Don't you learn so much?
Yeah, you really do, yeah.
From this podcast?
For sure.
Because every week we say something stupid and I have to correct myself. So I get to learn so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will report back about Harry Styles next week.
Sweet.
I'm so excited.
Have fun. Hell yeah.
I can't wait.
I might just come to Chicago. This is a bad weekend. If it was next weekend, we'd be able to come. We'd just surprise you guys and come.
I love Chicago. Yeah, so I'll report back. I'll let you guys know if anything big happens there. Okay. Anyway.
Alrighty. Good episode, huh? I think so.
Yeah. It's a pretty good episode. What the heck? It's always a good episode. Alrighty. See you guys next week. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.